Make money while you sleep. Man, that has been the anthem of the last 10, 15 years. This passive income that everyone is talking about. How do you do it? I've done it. I made money while I sleep. And I don't just mean my paycheck is on the way, like overnight. I'm talking about the money that's being made. I didn't have to put in any active work in the moment to make that money. So I'm going to get specific with you about what that is and paint you a realistic picture of passive income. Spoiler alert, it's not completely passive. I find very few things are. But when we're at the stage of trying to massively increase our income, then passive doesn't even belong in the same neighborhood as this. Okay, we got to get active. So the question is, what would it take to make my knowledge work for me while I sleep? And it's a stellar question. And I have a pretty simple answer for it, especially if you are a skilled professional, an industry veteran. Like, you do this every day and you have a knack for making businesses more successful in whatever you specialize in. For me, it's ads and offer strategy. Like, I have a knack for making that work. And so I can confidently add to the top and bottom line of a business. So let me tell you in simple terms how I made money while I sleep. And I do it every week. So basically, I find people who have a skill or an investment opportunity or whatever, people that can teach other people something. So these are coaches or people who want to be coaches. And I have a system in my niche for coaches because I don't service all of them, but I have a system in my niche that works out and it tends to make them a ton of money. And so what I do is I know this system works. I have proof that it works. And so all I do is make an agreement with the coach that I will help them sell significantly more than they do, and I'll take a percentage of the added profits. And then what I do once we come to that agreement is I pay for the entire system to sell to be built out specifically for this person. So I have this system that is a general system, and then I personalize it to the person that I'm working with so that it makes sense for them and it'll work for them, right? And I like to use live events, webinars, challenges, etc. And so I'll build out the entire system, all the automations, the funnel, the offers, the copy, I'll direct the ads, all of that. And we deploy that system for the person, right? And so we essentially build the selling mechanisms for their business. And so they show up to the live event, they sell using the mechanisms and the offers that I put together for them, and I get my check. Now, of course, you get into like, I have to do reporting and like all the little things that go into actually pulling it off and making it happen, which is why I said it's not completely passive. It's certainly active. However, when I have 3 people on Sunday night selling multi-$1,000 programs, they're the ones doing the active work to sell it in those moments. Meanwhile, I'm watching a movie with my family, or I'm going to sleep, or I'm studying, or I'm preparing for the week. The point is, I'm spending my time how I want to be spending my time and not having to actively sell to make money. So this really hit me one day when it was a Sunday evening and I don't even remember what I was doing. I was just chilling with my family and I had 2 partners doing a webinar an hour apart, and they're used to doing this. We've trained them. They're on their own now. And I wake up and they did somewhere around the realm of $50,000 or $60,000 in profit combined that Sunday night. And so I woke up to my agreed upon share, like on the way. That's tens of thousands of dollars that I got paid from one day of sales. And I did the work way in advance by building the system that they're using to sell. That without that system, they wouldn't sell nearly as much and they wouldn't make nearly as much. But with that system, they're selling more and they're making more. And so like, that is what I think is the best way for you as a skilled professional to go out and make money that is mostly passive. It's front loading the work and then collecting on the back end. Just like investing in real estate is like, you have to go through the process of buying the house, maybe even renovating it, finding a tenant. So like, there is work on the front end, but you're collecting checks on the back end. Except with real estate, like, there's pros and cons. Number one, in this game, you don't have to evict anybody. You don't have to deal with squatters. You don't have to deal with people ruining your property. But in real estate, you build equity in the house. But in my industry, in publishing, we cash flow significantly better than real estate. So there are trade-offs. That's how you turn what you know, this skill set of yours that you possess, into income while you sleep. You have other people selling through systems that you design while you earn a percentage of what they sell. Much, much, much more valuable way to appraise your skills. So just think about that before your next deal. All right.